Just like we was at Michael Collier's show the other day. He said something that made me say, wow. When the police stop you, tell them, and they say, well, let me see your wallet. Tell them, sir, I'm going for my wallet. Don't give them no reason to shoot you.
My bad to cut you off, AJ, but we star-studded in the building. This is the network. We got a caller in. Big Joe Torry is in the building. What's up, JoJo?
Hey, what's up, man? What's happening with you?
What's going on? We got the family. AJ, say what's up to Joe.
What up, Joe?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Man, we chilling, man. How you doing?
Joe, we up in here chopping it up. We talking about what's going on in Baltimore. I got AJ Johnson. I got Tony Davis. I got my man Said in the building, you know what I'm saying? And we turning up, got some drinks. How you feel about what's going on in Baltimore, Joe? Tell the people what you feel about that.
I mean, it depends on what angle you're looking at it. I mean, the same thing went on in Ferguson, only it was handled. You can see that, they learned how to handle, the situation a lot swifter, by bringing, justice to the officers and bringing some type of peace to, the sense of mind of the family and, at least to the masses that something is being done and nothing is going to be swept under the rug. So, that's what I saw.
Well, you look at it like this, Joe. You got a whole bunch of people, and you figure that they got 50% of them people down there don't have jobs. You feel what I'm saying? And they don't have the opportunities as most people. Do you feel the young people was right in doing what they did, or could they done it a better way?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I said most of the people, is 50% of the people in Baltimore are unemployed. And they angry down there. And those weren't adults that started that. That was young black people. That was like kids and people up to 27. They started that revolution. How you feel about that?
I mean, well, it wasn't them starting a revolution. It was, a protest that needed to be heard. Now, what got out of hand gets out of hand on any large body of people that's frustrated after a while. And when you get somebody together, something got to happen. And there's not a speech going on, and there's not a concert going on, and people are going to start. You're going to have a lot of unnecessary negative energy that wants to be heard. And if you don't hear us by, marching quietly, then you're going to hear us by us, hitting the car or looting or doing something. And those are negative expressions of what people do. But it's just, it's what's been done, through the Tea Party. Through the beginning of time. I mean, it ain't black people. I mean, white people started everything we do. White people have started.
But how did you feel about what Ray
stuff that they started, to how do you protest, to how you burn down buildings? I mean, when they win a championship at the top of the town, they burn the building down, they burn the car up, they torch paper the town. They do. I mean, people do. They steal cars, riot stuff.
How you feel about what Ray Lewis said about our ancestors would be mad because of what we doing?
I mean, well, for some of what they're doing. So
who is he to say that? Yeah, he's just a football player.
I mean,
come on now.
Because you could never take anybody out of context from what if you didn't hear him, if you wasn't there to see it, then what you're getting is an edited opinion of somebody and how they want to present his opinion to you.
Well, it was more so live.
He spoke out in Baltimore about not in my city, not on my watch. I mean, which is it's kind of hard, but at least he out there saying something. Now, what does he have a solution to the problem? I don't know, but at least he had a face out there. But I don't care what race this is. It's gonna happen. I mean, when the homosexuals do it, when you disrespect them, they got Glad out there. They doing now. Maybe they ain't burning no cars or they ain't looting, but they do protest and they do march.
Hey Joe, did you see that little girl do the dance when them little kids do them bombs at the people? It was a little girl in a little tiger outfit. She did a little dance like she shook up on them like what?
Dude doing a Michael Jackson in the street though. Wow.
But see, and again, there you go. There, you know what I'm saying? Where you presented a stage was like, what do I think about those people? Well, those people they had a stage to express themselves, and she started to express it by dancing with her freedom to dance. Some other people did it with their freedom of throwing rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of you having their freedom of protesting, of trying to get everybody together and show them that we can protest peacefully. I mean, everybody had their own stage.
And what do you feel about the media and how they talked about the mother that went off on the son, because I look at it like this: when the mother went after the son, that's all to the good. She's protecting her child.
Amen.
But that boy looked like he was about 18 years old, and he made a choice. He said, "I'm fed up with this, Mama. I ain't got no job. These people killing black people." People stood up for that boy Gray. They had never met him or his family.
Wow.
That's where it sparked off. How you feel about that, Joe? And AJ, you could jump in at any time and rock with him.
All right.
Joe, how you feel about that?
Again, there you have the village coming to the rescue of, the mother, doing what she did with her child, which is basically, she saw it from one point of view, but he had another point of view, which was, I wanted to go down and show my friends that, that maybe, okay, in my mind, this is the wrong thing to do, you know what I'm saying? But I want to show my people that I'm tired of it happening too. And at that age, and when he take it, you're only educated to how old you are. You know what I'm saying? His mother had another thought, which is like, hey, I see it from a different angle. You hitting somebody with a rock, they probably want to hit you back.
Right.
Even though you being a man, and I taught you that, but that's the wrong way to express.
Wrong way to express yourself.
We all get caught up in that, in growing up and trying to rebel, but at least he wasn't at home. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to, express his freedom.
Well, Joe, we appreciate your positive view and you talking on the show pertaining to Baltimore. But what's going on with Joe? You know what I'm saying? We seen you on movie after movie. We love you in comedy, you know what I'm saying? Poetic justice, making it do what it do.
I'm going to cut in and thank you for doing the Fashion Rocks comic.
That's
Comics
right.
Rock.
We rocked out at the
Tony
Fashion
Davis,
Rock.
one of the executive producers. You did the Comics Rock catwalk for me, and I appreciate that. You were, really, really humble, and you got a whole lot of screams.
Joe did his thing.
Joe did his thing. And he didn't have to take his shirt off like one of the models did to do it. Although I'm sure some people would have been all right with that. But that's a different story.
Yeah, Joe did his thing, though. He had the little ensemble on the African gear. Hey, Joe, how you feel about that modeling? You feel you was sweet with it when you went out?
The outfits that I had were good. They fit me.
Yeah, I like them outfits
they
too.
They were well made. Ironically, without me, should I say, trying to know before I did it, that they had a couple pieces that looked good and fit me. And it looked well. I would actually wear some of that stuff. So it was like, it was cool.
But you're a pretty stylish dude, though. You're a pretty stylish dude, though. All your clothes always looks nice on you. You're pretty stylish.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I try to look well, and I try to support people as much as possible. Hope is an old friend of mine, and she's always been trying to expand the comedy, should I say, fellowship, throughout the years, whether it be a comedy show with it.
Oh, Hope Flood? Yeah,
So,
you came through. That was a big cause that Joe came through for Hope Flood's Comics Rock.
And all the comics that came through, he's one of them.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him, but there were so many more, too, as well as him.
I got my man in that little walk, too.
Yeah, you got your man in your walk, King. I did.
Well, everybody, I appreciate everybody that came through and helped bring that vision to life. And
and tell us what you're doing, like King said.
To do it.
What can we see you on next, Joe? What can we look forward to seeing you on?
Man, you got producing a couple reality shows. One of them is Ladies Behind the Laughs.
Okay.
The other one is, and some of your favorite comedians are going to be in there anyway. Coco Brown, Ada Rodriguez, Ivor LaShawn, Gabrielle Dennis, Angela Johnson, and who else? It's another name I'm forgetting. But anyway, Ray Grant's wife, Noel Grant.
Anthony Johnson.
No, you're not a lady behind the laugh. If you did if you've done the Bruce Jenner thing, let me know.
Bruce Jenner,
and there's also the comedy bucket list. That's coming to 2016. We're about to start filming that. And
I like the comedy bucket list. That's a high level name.
Future.
Okay, so you touring anywhere, Joe? I know you're always all over the country.
All the time. Next week I'm in St. Louis, Mother's Day weekend with Frankie Beverly, Keith Sweat, BBD, and 112. And a week after that, where I'm at the week after that. I don't have it in front of me, but I know Mother's Day weekend I'm in St. Louis.
It sounds like you're getting that money. How's your brother Joe? How's your brother Guy doing, Joe?
Guy's doing real good, man. He's throwing a fight party. I'm trying to, see if I can go by there and stick my head in for a minute. See what the Clippers are doing. See what Manny and the Pacquiao's gonna do.
Who you think gonna win, Joe? Though.
You know what? I'm thinking it's gonna be a draw, man.
Oh yeah.
Because the fact that they probably want to do it 3 more times. So why not? I know I would fight to a draw. You know what I'm saying? I would. Hey, I want to make another $72 million at the gate.
Yeah, I heard they make like 100 million, something like that.
Whew, all I know is, hey, don't be the one to get knocked out.
It don't matter. You still gonna get paid on this one.
Hey, I'm gonna jump in. King hates when I interrupt him. But you and your brother, you're both comedians. Did you ever feel any competition at all with him, considering you're the oldest?
Nah, man, I don't even be in competition with nobody. I don't. To me, I play my own instrument, so. Especially my little brother, who I taught the game.
Oh, okay. Now, is he gonna say the same thing if I talk to him?
No, man, I ain't in competition with nobody. I tell my own stories. I play my own instrument. You know what I'm saying? I got my own fans. So you both
are pretty successful. So that's the good thing. Also, as a parent, I asked the question to everyone else. As a parent, how do you teach your children how to deal with police, with all the stuff that's going on?
Well, my 21-year-old, he knows by now. He's got in trouble with the law a couple times.
Oh, you got a 21-year-old, Joe? How about that?
Yeah, 21-year-old. That's living out here in the valley, trying to be, good
yeah,
tough,
little Joe, trying to be little Joe.
Well, nah, he's 6'1", so but that's
he's 6'1".
Right. Oh, no, that's big Joe.
I want to see you discipline him.
Yeah.
Oh no, he come on now.
Yeah, you still. It don't matter if your kid big. You still put hands on him. AJ was smaller than his mother.
I'm looking at a pair of 75 dumbbells right now that keep me well today, so, trust me.
I remember the first time I bucked at my father.
They will never get out of pocket.
The first time I bucked at my father.
You got a father, Tony?
I will drag your ass in this damn thing.
I do AJ like that.
The first time but the best feeling in the world, the first time I beat my father in basketball. Oh my God, I was so happy.
But you didn't do it like that on the court, though, did you? Oh my God, I am so happy.
I didn't blame in that shirt.
Look, I started.
Hey Joe, you got to put this on the internet so you can see who on the screen.
He knows who I am.
He would tear him up though, joking. Hey Joe, you ain't got no computer in front of you, do you?
Joe knows. He worked for me.
Joe, you would tear this nigga up.
No, we worked on the Comics Rock thing. He said hi and that was it. I mean,
hey Joe, you remember the guy from the Comics Rock, the gay guy with the dreads in his hair?
It ain't bringing no immediate, flashback.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
When he put it like that, how to know he was gay?
How about that? No, he puts it out there like that, Joe. He puts it out there. I ain't trying to talk about him.
Well, hey, I don't think it was put out there to me, hey, I'm gay.
I took the picture of you and Cynthia Busby, the lady who did promotion.
Yeah.
That's
He wasn't wearing the Santa shirt.
He's had a crush on you for years.
That's a bunch of bullshit. I respect you as an artist. That
was AJ, Joe.
I know who that is. Come on, man.
I respect you as an artist. I respect you and AJ as artists because you guys are continuously working. That's all.
But that's the movie I want to see with Joe and motherfucking AJ Johnson. You know that's a good combination, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm the nigga y'all chasing, you understand me? Real talk. That'll be hot.
I can be the crazy side bitch.
For who, AJ?
Shit, no.
Hey, why you gotta come at me like that?
I can't have no side bitch like you.
No offense, though.
I ain't offended, but I be the best crazy side bitch you ever had.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rock, I don't see no Poetic Justice or no Joe Torry up on the screen. He's still in the conversation. We got to have Joe Torry all over the screen. Yeah, Joe, we appreciate you calling in. We really love you for that, man. I always been a big fan of Joe and Guy.
Yeah.
I remember when Joe was just a man and Guy hadn't even came up. And I met Joe at some show in New York, a fashion show, and him and Monique was there. And that was my objective all night, just to say hi to Joe Torry. Because, when you first coming up, Joe was one of the first stars that we had, and I really respected him. He was cool, always had his little leather outfits on. He was arrogant, he blazed everybody, and I was like, shit, if I can get by Joe Torry, nigga, I have a rise, you know what I'm saying?
Always been stylish.
And when I met him, he was cool. Joe, you was real cool. He blazed me a little bit like he do everybody, but for the most part, he didn't make me lead. Because back then, people make you lead, wouldn't it? Damn. Get your ass out my dressing room, man. Yeah, but I respect you, Joe, you and your brother, and I know Joe very well. That's my dog. And then some, and I appreciate the brothers because you got the Keenans, you got the Wayans, you got the Torrys, you know what I'm saying? Who else we got so far to me? The Rocks, we got the Rock. And we got the Howards. Mark Prince and his brother. They're too crazy. And David Edwards.
And me and Peanut.
You and Peanut. Yep, that's right.
Your brother's in comedy too?
Yeah.
Who is he? I don't know him.
Yeah, but Joe been doing comedy for a minute. Joe, what's something that you could tell the people that's trying to get into comedy to help them out? What do they need to know?
I mean, to stay, the main thing is to stay relevant and stay universal. You know what I'm saying? Where, I mean, not back in the day, you used to be able to just, talk about, just one thing, but now you got to stay relevant, you got to stay universal to the point where you won't offend anybody and that you can go anywhere and make money. Whether it's clean, whether it's dirty, whether it's, it's non-offensive, or whether it's abrasive.
I'm all for the money.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that? And AJ, how do you feel about telling people that's trying to get into film, what do they need to pursue when they trying to go for film? Like if comedians want to be like you and Joe, what would you say? How will we get into that?
Go to rap. Start rapping.
How about that?
So
Real
you're
talk,
a rapper
that get you in
first?
film?
Were you a rapper first?
No, I was a stuntman.
You are such a fool.
Damn. Little ass stuff, man. That's funny. That is too goddamn funny. Go to rapping. I'm like, huh?
But the rappers are making that much. Too many comedians.
Too many comedians. Go to start rapping.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, but a lot of Jamie Foxx said, if you go towards music, it really ain't too much money into that unless you got multimedia on lock.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question for you guys. How do you guys feel about how multimedia has changed the game of entertainment so far as comedians? It's like comedians used to get booked on just their notoriety, so far as them having movie after movie, being in the game for years. Now all these little dickhead comedians, I'm going to say it for what it is, got 100 million views and they getting work. How y'all feel about that?
Man, if they had that shit when I was coming up, man, it would be ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
you had clips.
That doesn't take
How
away
you
your
feel about
talent.
that, Joe?
Because you're still working, and you still working, both of you. And you both are recognizable, so that's nothing. Joe?
Now, do you feel that damaged the game?
I think Joe is no longer on the phone.
You lead roller?
No, I said I think it helps the game.
Oh, he thinks it helps the game. Okay.
I mean, yeah, because it's more exposure. I mean, it's like when I didn't come through when you couldn't tell jokes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like when you was black and it was, you couldn't really, the Richard Pryor days or the Miles Kennedy days, Detroit. So you got to recognize your era. And when my era came, you know what I'm saying, I took advantage of it. So these cats are taking advantage of an era, which is in the media. And if you already have a career, then you can build it too. The only thing is, with that and them is they get exposed as far as, when they come to doing a real show. Because some of them really are not comedians. They're just funny online.
Right.
And, hey, if, they went somewhere and fooled a college or fooled somebody at a comedy club and got away with it. But that name will get out there, though. And, our name is, like my man saying, we continue to work. And because we leave good work behind. So word spreads, either you good or you bad. Now, the people that are making it on the internet, you can't knock them, man. I mean, that's just a sign of the time.
Yeah, and that is a lovely paycheck off the internet.
Kevin Hart just happened to come along at the right time, and he's got a beautiful machine behind him.
Yes,
with
he do.
Jeff Flanagan and Cole Black and white people, and he's vulnerable. And you got to look at a situation as just like I said, staying universal and staying relevant and staying non-offensive. Kevin Hart ain't up on no pulpit trying to save the world or preach to black people. He's just making people laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he ain't trying to drop no message. He ain't trying to talk about gay people. He ain't talking, not trying to give you the Cat Williams or the Dave Chappelle where he's dropping knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's not you stay in your lane and you play you. And that's what he's done. He's just more, you know what I'm saying? It's what Russell Simmons told me way back in the day. He said, Joe, you coming out here when you're doing Def Jam, but you're a host now. So you can't scare the people away, like you just coming up here and doing a guest spot. You got to be here next week. So you can't come out with the muscles and the scars and saying what you're going to do to this or what you're going to do to that and then want people to love you next week, because white people and different people that you offended are scared of you. They won't turn you back on. He said, So who do you want to watch your kids? If you're at home watching TV and they watching you, who do you want to watch them? You or Will Smith? And I was like, you Will Smith. You damn right.
That's one to grow on. That's a good one right there.
You got to find a way to, you can do that when you're not on not on TV, You can
So
find
be
a way to make your money,
non-threatening.
you know what I'm saying? But don't hurt your pocket at the same time where you just being one way.
You've done so much. Is there anything you want to do,
Y'all give it up for Joe.
Joe?
Oh no, I'm coming full circle to producing and directing. So it's I'm still acting, still enrolled. But now it's like owning my own, my own destiny and controlling all the stuff that I've done. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of money, so now it's basically
Time for you to make your money.
Getting my own brothel.
Yeah.
Getting my own stable and making my own money with the people I got.
What about you, AJ? You've done so much. Is there anything you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Raise midgets.
See, that's how you know somebody's worked too much. He's like, I think
like, I want
to.
No, I hope the sitcom come through.
Oh, it was you and George Wallace, and I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got you.
If the sitcom come through, I'll be cool.
Okay, well, if it's really you and George Wallace, and I got a little bit of money in the bank, I got you. Okay,
come through. Yeah.
You call me.
We want to thank the whole crew for coming through.
Thank you all.
We want to thank AJ Johnson coming in the building. That's my man, 100 grand. We appreciate you. Thank you for stopping through.
Man, thank you for having me, man.
And we thank you, Sid.
I appreciate it.
We're looking forward to seeing you, Sid.
All right, now.
Joe Clarence, stay blessed.
Wait to say
Joe Torry in the building. We love
Thank you,
man.
Joe Torry. A superstar. He's a superstar.
Superstar. He was there at the fashion show. That was cool as hell.
He was, and he was very humble. He didn't ask for no dressing room or nothing. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, but they try to give him food. They charged him for his food, and they're gonna tell him. What they tell you about that food, Joe?
Oh no, they didn't charge me. You gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, you bring the receipt to me. I'll give you back the money because you shouldn't have went through that.
Charge you and then tell you what to do with the ladle.
Yeah, she was cool. She was cool with it. All good, man. Everything worked out good.
Everyone say a prayer for all the people in Baltimore and what they're going through, and not just for Baltimore, but all over the world. Pray for the USA, and that we can all become one people. I'm sorry, that's my kumbaya moment there. I'm going to shut up after that. Let's just say a prayer that, not here, but at home, that we all can just really respect people for who they are and what they are.
And I challenge all of y'all to go out on the internet and do a minute video about what's going on in your streets, in your neighborhood, in your backyard, in the alleys and whatnot, and tell the people what's going on and how we could change it. I challenge you that. Do a minute video on multimedia, on your YouTube, your Instagram. Tell people what's going on. You'd be surprised when we come together how much we could do together.
Praise the Lord.
This is King Kedar. This is the network. You understand me? The Network Comedy Radio Show with your host, King Kedar. We'll see you next week. We holla.
Peace out.
Y'all stay up.
Take care. Bye.
We're back. This is comedian King Kedar with the Network Radio Comedy Radio Show. I want to thank all the guests that we had today. Joe Torry from Poetic Justice, comedian, actor, great friend of mine. And also AJ Johnson from I Got the Hookup and Fridays. And we had a great topic today, talking about what's going on in Baltimore. And it touched me because I'm originally from D.C. and Baltimore. I have a lot of friends and family there. So here's my speech and what I have to say to the people. We as a people, we really need to come together as one, just like the Mexicans, the Asians, and the Jews. And white folk, most definitely, they stick together. What scares me is when our people get a chance to communicate with the whole world, they seem to defend the opposite team. Like Ray Lewis stated, our ancestors would be mad at us because of what we're doing and how it was done. No, I think our ancestors would be mad at the elders of our community aren't standing up and fighting for the people. This is our country that we live in. And are you telling me that a cop can kill a black man if no one's around, fill out some paperwork, talk to a judge, and get away with it? And when you're going through your charges of killing a black man, you get paid for it? No, I disagree strongly. These are young adults and young people that I seen on the streets defending a black man and a black family that most of them have never met in their entire life. The people was fed up with their situation. Also, most of the people in Baltimore are broke. If 50% of them are out of work, and everyone knows in the country, if you're broke, you are angry. And you would do just about anything to feed your family. Steal, lie, and cheat because of your situation. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good thing. And I'm not saying that what they did was right, tearing up their city. Baltimore does not seem to like to help out their people and bring out, they seem like they're bringing them down. I've been there, and I also have a lot of friends and family that reside in the Baltimore and Washington, D.C. area. And I also participated in the Million Man March in Washington, D.C. It was incredible to see our people come together as one and unite because of all the colors that came out and support the movement. And that's what I believe we need to do now. March on a city that has wronged our people in violence and unjust. This is a country that we have helped build and fought for many years. So why are we being killed, so many of us, because you have a badge? Or did someone give you the order for you to do the deed? You ever think about that? It's like the movie Terminator. Kill all the people that might be someone in the future, but we will never know because they are gone and never to return again. Everyone has seen all the media, how they twisted the story and defended themselves and played a race card, like they had nothing to do with why the black people are rallying. Then they tell you it's a gang and the thugs, that they mean to put the N-word in front of thugs. Just this year, how many black people have been killed by the police that we never heard the story about, and they just came up missing? I challenge all of y'all to grab your smartphones and your multimedia and do one clip and tell us what's going on and a few things that's going on in your neighborhood and your backyards, and post it up on the internet. I challenge you. Once you do that, I want y'all to put hashtag King Kedar the network. All right? That's my story. I hope it helps everyone. Real talk. Because we got a lot more to do, y'all. And everybody talk about slavery. In my opinion, it's modern day slavery. Nothing's changed. You do the math. I challenge all y'all. 1 minute, put it out there. Hashtag King Kedar. This is the Network Comedy Show. We see y'all next week. Peace and love.